Yeah, he's July.
But it doesn't matter for the U14 DA because it's birth year 2001.
Yeah.
And then the U16 DA is birth year 2000, is 99 and 00. So next year, so your son's birth year is 99 or 00?
00. He's in August.
Because right now the DA is set up where there's 2 birth years for every. There's only 3 DA levels: 14, 16, and 18.
Yeah.
So if you're U15, like Kevin will be next year, to play DA he has to be playing up like he did last year.
Yep. Then the year after, then he'll be the older group, part of the 16s.
Yeah, then he'll be age group, that age group.
Which I find odd if they're trying to get the best U16 team together.
Why?
Wouldn't you just have, that'd be just 2000s then, and then the best U15 would be 2001s. And
Yeah, well, I guess because to play the DA is where you play you play in the DA league.
no, I understand that. I'm just wondering why the DA, I mean, if this is supposed to be the best league in the country,
Yeah.
and it is,
Yeah.
why don't they have odd-numbered birthdays? Or, they don't have U15s or U17s or U13s.
Oh, they will next year. They're going to start that. Is what I understand. They're going to start.
So maybe they
probably
figured it out.
Yeah. Well, and I think there's a lot involved with, with developing the, they travel and it's expensive for the clubs and, it's expensive. And so I think that's probably why I'm guessing. It'll be nice when Minnesota has their MLS DA.
Oh, yeah. They get that automatically just by being part of the MLS, I suppose.
It's mandatory.
Oh, okay.
MLS teams have to have a development academy. They don't have to pour a lot of money into it, but they have to have one.
And that's supposed to start when?
17.
Well,
I mean
supposedly
the MLS.
the MLS supposedly next year, but there's no telling when they'll put together a DA team.
Yeah.
But if they're smart, they'll be quick.
Or they'll just use the current DA team instead.
Well, what they'll do is they'll have one, and they have to have one, so all the kids that play in the DA in Minnesota will try out. But then anybody can try out because it's free. So.
Well, that'll spell the doom of Thunder Academy.
Oh yeah. And the question is, will they pull the Thunder coaches?
Sure.
To be part of their DA. I mean, that would be dumb if they didn't, not to take that, experience level and make use of it. But, yeah, I don't know. I would imagine it's not going to be real good for Shattuck either.
I think Shattuck survives. It's a different model, but there'll be some competition for those players.
Oh yeah, you go to they'll have to offer it for free for sure.
You think Shattuck won't offer it for free? Don't think so.
The MLS will be free.
Yeah.
And so that'll be a pretty big incentive for. But I imagine they'll have to still have two teams because of the travel requirement.
So the best Twin Cities kids will probably want to do the MLS DA.
I think it'll draw a lot of kids.
Well, it will, yeah.
Right now in the Dynamo, we have 2 families from Miami playing.
That was your son?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice touch.
Does your son play forward or defense, or what's his
Defense.
defense?
Yeah.
I was just telling Tom it's been a lot nicer being at a soccer field than in a hockey rink. He started out playing hockey.
Yeah, he's a good old hockey.
He was a good little hockey player.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, boy,
He doesn't- he
that's
won't
rough
even
being in
see
a
us.
cold clinic, a cold rink all year round.
Yeah, but he would see.
We used to have soccer were outside. And
Yeah, nice to
Oh, just play hockey outside.
Yeah.
they used to. They used to.
As someone said, you couldn't pay a kid to go
Not
outside
yet.
and play hockey anymore.
Well, when he played, one of
Not
his
this year.
coaches played for Stevens Point and kind of a semi-pro league, so he'd always have practices outside because he's a big, old school hockey guy.
Yeah.
We didn't this year.
Well, it wasn't cold enough, was it?
But yeah, no. They had it
Really?
scheduled, but yeah, the
This
race
year?
Couldn't depend on the ice being.
It was up and down.
Now, is this the 01? I mean, the 0.
I think those are the
14?
younger kids.
Younger kids.
Yeah. So there might be 01s and 02s there, but now the 01s will have to be with this group for next year.
No, because they'll be at. No, you're
Youth.
right. 01's will be 15 next year. So.
Because they're not going to go to every age group this coming year. It's the year after, is what you're thinking?
Yeah, that's what Mel was telling me. Because MTA this year is going to be, from what I hear, they're going to be starting, all the different age groups, trying to strengthen the different age groups. Like they're not going to play anybody up.
Oh,
They're going to keep everybody at age group to prepare for next year when they're going to have. But I don't know. Their 01 field wasn't typically very strong. Has your son grown a lot this year?
yeah, I'd say so. He was probably 5'6", at the beginning of the summer. Now he's close to 5'10", I think.
5'10"?
Wow.
Yeah.
My son's at 3 inches a year the last couple of years.
Which was good because he played varsity soccer this past fall, and it's nice to have a little bit more height and bulk.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Although North Dakota, it's not the most competitive high school soccer.
Yeah, but you need bulk because when they're not competitive, then they're
A little reckless.
a little reckless.
Yeah.
Kevin's never
More
played high
physicality.
school, nor will he. But
Yeah. Also, he didn't play. Well, he was a U14, so he did development academy. Yeah. Well, if you're development academy, you just don't play high school. You can't, I don't think, can you?
well, in MTA at U14 you can because you're right because they're non-league, but they don't encourage it.
Why would you play high school if you're playing the development academy anyway?
Yeah.
It'd be like, okay, let's undo the things that you've learned correctly.
We ran into a guy in Houston that was a coach, a high school soccer coach that didn't even know offsides.
No, really.
I said he's the head coach. Well, he was taking
Well,
referee
they were
class.
taking referee classes.
Oh, wonderful.
Good. Very good.
I've been in this dome before, and the coaches have been talking over there quietly, and you can hear it from the other coaches.
So, has your son been here all weekend?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
when did it start? Like Friday?
No, 2:30 on yesterday. Yeah. They had an hour and a half training, and this is their second training of the weekend. Your son came yesterday, didn't he? Or
No, no.
Or just now?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We didn't know it was yesterday.
Oh.
We just found out. They were even Kevin were back on spring break.
A lot of good talent here.
Yeah. For sure.
It's good defense.
You must have been looking at a different shot. That's when I'll tell him, Luke,
You got that on tape.
if you want to be a field goal kicker, fine, but let's just play it
Well,
like
it's
so.
real hard
Well,
to control the ball.
One coach told me,
You're right. It's easier said than done.
yeah, he
It's
says,
hard to control the ball when you don't want to touch it.
never hit it under the net. Try to get it down. Never hit it under.
That is
Well,
true.
when the ball's coming at you and you try to hit it, it's very hard to control.
The first kid that puts it under the nets, I'm going to sign him up to. Oh, that's just. That kid is.
It's pretty good.
He's been invited to Spain for a tryout with Malaga.
He's been what?
Probably to Spain.
Oh, for a trial with him.
Malaga.
How did that go?
He's been invited. He hasn't gone.
How did they find out about this? Send them stuff?
Danny Sanchez, who plays for the Fort Lauderdale Strikers in the same league that the Minnesota United play in, he did a camp for me over Thanksgiving because his fiancée was going to NDSU. So he comes up after the Strikers get eliminated from that league championship, and so he's doing the clinic, and this kid is there, and my son's there, and a couple others, and he goes, Matt, he says, there's two kids here that could play professional soccer. That's one of them. The other one's one of your girls in your club, and I don't have any connection on the girls' side. But if you can get Telvin to Spain, I'll get him a tryout at Malaga, and he'll make it.
Jeez.
Not the number one team, but he's only 15.
Change your world, wouldn't it? Spain.
We had a kid that went to Mexico City over Thanksgiving, and he didn't come back. He's playing for Cruz Azul.
Well, we had a kid that did that, and he came back. He said that he was never the same. His soccer was never the same. He, you got to be careful because sometimes if you, player development guy at the Dynamo, who says sometimes it's not, you could be a really strong U.S. pro, but you go over there and you get on the lower levels where everybody else is, and you kind of get used up because you really don't compete with the level of play that they have over there.
Yeah.
And so sometimes you're better off to stay here and get on a reserve team and work your way up to the pro level here. Because it's so competitive in Europe. I mean, there's just so good.
Yeah.
Our coach's son
Yule?
is playing for, Ralph Kelly.
Oh, Ralph, little guy?
Yeah. McQuilling, he's playing for Villarreal. He got picked up at U18.
Is that Spanish or is that?
At Spain.
It is Spanish. Okay.
They Barcelona wanted him, but Ralph wouldn't let him play there because he didn't want him to go to a big club.
Oh.
He wanted him to be developed with a younger club, a smaller club.
Right. That's tough to say no to Barcelona.
Yeah, it is.
I wouldn't do it.
I know, I wouldn't either.
But Ralph kind of knows what he's doing, I suppose.
Well, he kind of Barcelona has first dibs maybe after he's been there a few years. But he was like voted most improved player at a Spain tournament.
I take it he doesn't have Ralph's size.
Yeah.
He's a little bit
He's
bigger.
only a tad bit bigger.
Not much bigger.
He is amazing.
Really?
You never heard of McQuella? He is.
No.
He is. He's an amazing, amazing American player. Actually, I don't think an American's gone to Europe in quite a long time.
He's even harder than
Yeah, but his little brother doesn't have one. McQuella.
How old is he? What age level?
Now,
the little one.
the little one,
McQuella, the one that
McQuella,
sits.
well, he's graduated from high school, and then he went over there, so he might be U19 now. Go. I guess he's doing pretty well. Playing for Villarreal is not a big deal. I mean, no soccer.
Oh no, that's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's quite an amazing player.
And he just came through the Thunder Academy ranks, I assume.
Yeah. And Ralph is his coach. Ralph has been.
Good job, Luke.
Ooh, nice. Nice defending. No, is this African American kid? Is he?
No, he's African.
He's African.
He's from Liberia. They immigrated 6 years ago. Yeah. Almost all the black boys in my club are African. I have very few